Laura, you guys are good.
Thank you.
So, first on the agenda is just approval of the agenda. Okay, approval of minutes from the November meeting.
Wait, does anyone want to add anything to the agenda? Change the agenda in any way?
No.
Okay, approved.
And approval of the minutes from November.
I move to approve the minutes.
Good. Approved unanimously. I'll take the minutes.
I very much appreciate that, Linda.
I'm very happy to do it.
Okay, and next on the agenda is review and comment on the Pannabrook second round of voting on funding. I think this would be a good time for people to report back on whoever it is they contacted.
Okay. Can I start?
Sure.
I did number 10, who was the Carol Devine, let's see, she's on line 11, but it was the Carol Devine Classic Soul Motown Community, and she wrote back to me. We exchanged emails, and
Sorry, that's probably Crystal. Hi, Crystal? Yes, we've got our meeting, so oh no, okay. Okay, okay, I was gonna ask you about the applicants you contacted, but maybe. Okay. 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 Well, good luck with all that. Thank you for getting back. Okay, bye. Crystal's in the Bay State ICU with her dad.
oh,
no.
Yeah. And the people she contacted, she did via email, and they never got back to her.
okay, that's 42, 44. All right, Carol Devine wrote, in terms of Hadley dates and venues for a cultural council grant, I was thinking of the Asparagus Festival, since I originally thought that was planned by the HCC, but now see that it is organized by New England Public Media, whom I will reach out to. I realize this is a separate organization and funding. I'm happy to reach out to the Hadley American Legion or the Hadley Library to see if they would be interested in hosting a dance party. I can't think of any other Hadley public venues that could work, though open to other suggestions. She doesn't have a
Okay.
venue, she doesn't have any dates, she doesn't have
Okay.
any contact.
That would be a no.
Okay.
That's a no.
Okay. Were you also going to contact 12 and 22?
Yes, I did. That's, yes, I heard back from Patrick. I wrote to both Patrick and Aaron. And he said, I spoke with Aaron a couple of months ago about tracking down the film The Day Iceland Stood Still via interlibrary loan, which at that time we were unable to do as it was fairly new. At that time, my understanding was that the film would be screened in the library's large meeting room for a discussion group that Aaron participates in and organizes, and which already meets at the library. I told Aaron that as part of the agenda of that group, that under their own banner, they could discuss or screen the film if we or they could track it down. However, the library doesn't endorse or promote these types of programs necessarily. That puts us in a position of vetting subject matter, deciding who and what to promote, etc., which gets complicated very quickly. So what I would say is that it would be both appropriate for the group to, 1, screen a film and hold discussion here, 2, for us to assist to the best of our ability to track down the requested media. Those are things we are here to do for anyone and everyone. As far as putting a library stamp on the event as an official program, we wouldn't be able to do that. As far as whether or not the program is appropriate for a LCC grant, I don't see why it shouldn't be, since the Cultural Council is here to support a diversity of points of view, even if it is not necessarily endorsing those views. So, That's from the director of the library.
And which project was that?
That was the one that Aaron Irvin proposed to show 3 films
Mhm.
and have a discussion on the films.
Okay.
And she already has a weekly meeting time at the library. My guess is that it would be at those same times. And let me just, that's in line 13. She was asking for $750.
Yeah, and I think let's see if I can find it in here. And she was also going to pay somebody, I think, maybe to help facilitate. There was somebody she gave credentials for.
I don't remember that, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't mean it's not true. I don't remember that. Let me just open up the big panel book. I mean, we don't have to do we want to make a decision now, or do you want to
No,
just keep
well,
going?
Let's keep going, yeah.
Okay. And then the third one was Marianne Holmes. That is that's 23. It's line 23. And she wrote, sorry, let me find that email. Oh, this is what happened with that is let me see if I can find, because I got a letter of commitment from the Berkshire Hills Music Company about her proposed program. That came from, oh, here it is. I wrote to her and asked, how many participants do you expect to have from Hadley? Do you have firm dates and times for the workshop? How exactly will you manage the no cost to participate, and asking each performer to seek a sponsor? Remember, that was part of her application. And so she wrote back. She said, last year in our inaugural year, we had 23 participants. My hope is that this would increase to a minimum of 30, with at least 10% coming from the town of Hadley. So that means 3 people. We do not have exact definite dates. However, the plan is to start by late August and have our performance mid-October. I can easily obtain a letter of support from Berkshire Hills Music Academy confirming this time of intention. The classes are to be held on Thursday evenings. And then the third question, she said, this past year we were graciously supplemented with organizations / individuals that donated their time and talents to help offset the folks who could not support a sponsorship fee. Those who were called upon have expressed interest to be contacted again should the need arise. And then I got the letter from Berkshire Hills. And they wrote, Berkshire Hill Music Academy is pleased to express our full commitment to hosting the Together in Motion program on our campus. We support the continuation of this creative and community-centered initiative and are committed to providing space and partnership for the program as proposed. And then they go on. The program will be facilitated by Marianne Holmes, and we are enthusiastic about its potential to enrich the experiences of both our participants and the wider community. Okay. You want to talk about yours, Sarah?
Yeah, I didn't reach out to people. I don't know that I realized I was supposed to. I just looked into each organization a little bit more. The Young People's Chorus.
Yeah.
I noted that it does cost money to join, but they have performed widely and they do a lot of collaborations. The one thing I noted is that they were expecting the concert, they're only asking for support for the concert, not for like the rest of the work that they do. And they were expecting it only to be friends and family, so not, well, I get, so that is Hadley folks, but like not the wider community. And Happier Valley Comedy, the proceeds for that event go to a local nonprofit. I don't think they specified, sorry, this was a while ago that I did this, so I'm trying to remember. And the support they're asking for would cover the stipends for local artists who would be taking part in it.
And then Crystal was supposed to do 42 and 44.
And she just said she emailed, but she didn't hear back from them.
Oh, they didn't
Yeah.
respond.
By the way, I found the page, I think it's like 71 or so, or 72, where on Aaron's it said, Anne Sooth was born and raised in Central Mass with family roots in Canada. She served 3 years in the Army, so.
Oh, the other co-presenter?
Yes.
Okay.
And I emailed Mari from the VACCAT, or I forgot the name of the organization. She didn't get back to me, but I called her this evening. And she said there aren't, this is the one for the support for the micro college, like at Bard and the other Holyoke.
The care center.
The care center. And she said that there aren't Hadley people in it right now. And she also said, I asked her about the venue, they are going to have an exhibit in January at the Northampton Center for the Arts on Hawley Street. So that is accessible, and that is, relatively easy for people to get to.
In this January or 27th?
Yeah, this January,
Oh.
I think. I think this January. But I'm,
Because the project date is July and August.
oh, so maybe it's the following
Following.
January, yeah.
Okay, and then the ones that Crystal was contacted were 42, which is the Joshua Swift. That is the,
And that was to see how it went last year, I think, because we
yes, and
funded
I,
him.
yeah. And I want to just make sure, see if he never applied for reimbursement. Or at least the last time I checked.
Right, and wasn't that the same with the Arts Mentors too, which was 44?
I think you are right.
Then I would say that we should not fund them again. Because I think because if we funded them before and they haven't submitted the paperwork to actually get reimbursed, like there still is money for
Yeah,
them.
$200 and $300.
Yeah, and
It's probably too hard to look up when they were supposed to take place, because technically they still have 21 days.
Correct, they do have 21 days to submit.
So they
The
might think
projects
they
were supposed
have
to-
till the end of the month, to do it, or, the end of the year.
I haven't checked the mailbox over there for a while,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
so I can go and check tomorrow. But
Okay. Well, we can talk about it, but I do think that it should just, if we've awarded funds before and they have not submitted the paperwork, then I
Yeah.
think that should disqualify.
Right, but they may have done it, and
Yeah.
it might be sitting at
Yeah.
town hall. I can maybe volunteer, Linda, to check it on weeks you don't check it or something.
yeah,
Um,
the only other applicant who has not submitted for reimbursement, no, there's two others.
I should have gone over it today, I didn't even think of it.
I didn't either, is Craig's Doors, and they actually asked for an extension.
Okay.
That was $250 we granted them last year. And the Empowerment Through the Arts,
Oh, that's, the people over.
we gave them $750. And so I don't know, I don't remember them asking for an extension. I emailed all of those four, actually more than four, because there were more than four, to say, we're about to start again and we haven't heard from you about last year. And the Craig's Door person, I remember, said, oh, so sorry, big changes in their administration, I guess, and they asked for an extension.
Yeah,
But
they
I
were
said-
sort of allied with Empowerment for the Arts.
That's what I thought it was
That's a
together.
little group that, they have a little storefront
Oh.
on Main Street, no, Pleasant Street in
So then
Amherst.
those might be together. But we didn't get a grant request this year for those, right, for either
Right.
of them. Okay, so those are the reports we have, and now we're gonna do the hard thing.
Yeah.
And so, and we have 5,700?
57, yeah, I'm trying to find the,
Yeah.
I know I sent it all to, sent you a copy.
And if people miss their deadlines for the year from last year, we'll have a little more, but.
Yeah.
sorry, don't wait for me, just, you can keep going, I can find this.
One thing, Linda, I should have emailed you. Do you know where to find the record of what we gave certain groups last
I
year?
have it in front of me right now.
Okay, great.
What do you want to know?
Well, there were certain things that are like year after year, and I couldn't remember what we had funded them at. And also because we have more applicants and less money, I didn't know whether, what was a reasonable amount to either fund them or cut them down a little bit.
Mhm.
Should we go from number 1? And how much money are the people who haven't reimbursed?
We can't spend the money.
Yeah.
Right, no, I know, but I'm just, we can't spend
It's
the
over
money.
$1,000, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where does it go?
It stays in our account. So I don't know at what point does it, maybe at the end of this calendar year, it might revert
Right,
back,
that
but
it
it won't
might.
be till the next year.
Yeah, yeah. Our report is due January 16th about what we've chosen and what we're funding.
Yeah, it's $1,500. That's not been, at least if we don't know what's in the mailbox right now.
Yeah.
All right, so I said 0 for number 1, Acadia Players, so that's a no. And
Well, yeah, I thought they were maybe yes.
they were a maybe yes,
We
but
Oh,
moved
but what
all of
you
our
said.
maybes to no's.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I
Just-
said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe
just-
we could just go around and say,
I just highlighted the ones that I didn't do calculations, I just highlighted the ones that were yes for me, so they were also a no for me.
1 is a no.
I had them down as a no after our meeting when they were maybe yes, just because looking into them where we haven't funded them in the past despite their applications, and so I don't think it's worthwhile.
Oh, so we haven't funded them? Okay.
I'm a no.
Are we?
Well, I was maybe a yes, but that's okay. I thought we had funded them.
Arcadia.
I looked
Yeah.
at our approved grantees
Okay.
last year and I didn't see them, but
Yeah, we didn't approve, we did not grant them something last year, but it doesn't mean we haven't
Yeah.
done it in the past. Okay. And then number 2, I also said 0, no.
The next one I have is number 3.
So I
So-
think that we all decided no.
Oh,
So I-
that's right, so we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah.
So then, all right, so
Right.
number 3, yes, I said yes at $250.
So you said 250?
Yeah.
I did not, but I'm not anti.
You didn't say yes, or you didn't say,
I didn't say yes.
I was, I think a strong yes, because it's the library is very much supportive of it, and he's extremely well-known. He's a, polished storyteller. And I couldn't figure out amounts because there were so many library ones. I sort of wanted to see what we were funding.
Well, yeah, we can decide which ones first and then figure out amounts from there.
Okay, oh, I see. And so, okay, and then are we all, so we're agreed to a yes? And we just have to decide on amount? Okay. And then how about for number 4? I also said yes.
I said yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next yes I have is number 7.
Yep.
That's the
Okay.
cemetery project.
Yeah, and then wasn't 5 a maybe yes?
Oh, 5 was a maybe yes. Oh, Elizabeth, that's the one. Oh, did we not hear from you?
yeah, I did do a little bit of research.
Oh.
Number 1 was, there was nothing outstanding there. It was, I went on their website and they have everything that they've had before in prior years. Mine were no contacts, I believe. That was what was written on my little to-do list, but based on their website, it was a no, as we said. And then number 5 was more interesting because, so the All-In program is an umbrella program under which they run multiple sort of like sub-activities, and the Drum Circle hasn't been added to their website yet. And so I couldn't see any clear planning. I checked social medias as well, and I couldn't find anything. So from what I'm seeing, it's not very well developed as an idea currently.
So maybe next year.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, the service to Hadley residents is like limited because it is a Springfield-based organization.
Except they're going to hold it in Hadley.
They were gonna hold it in Hadley.
But I think there was a clause where it's open to the wider community, but there's like priority for members of the collaborative, so.
So which organization? Oh, Center for Human Development,
Center
you
for
mean?
Human Development.
Yeah, and I didn't know, they serve several populations, and I didn't know, so it's only, was it only open to people?
No,
So they're-
it's not. It is open to the wider community, but I believe that the members of the Center for Human Development get priority sort of like registration. But that's what I've seen on the sign.
Well, we're all a no.
Yeah, I think we're a no.
Thank you for researching, because that.
Yeah, sorry, I
that
forgot
did-
to ask
No,
you.
you're totally fine.
And I forgot, I meant to see if, if they're doing the programming, it's open to more people, how are they gonna let people know about it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then are we also all a no for the Center for Human Development, the All in Drum Circle? I'm gonna take that as a,
Yes.
Correct.
yes, we're all a no.
Yes, we're all a no.
Okay. And then the New England, that's number
Number 7. Yes.
Yes.
That's
was
the
a yes.
cemetery, that's a
Yes.
yes. And then we were no, and then we're maybe for, I think Carol Devine, I'm now a no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, great.
Okay. The Tiny Tootie, we were already a no for that.
Yeah.
The next one's number 12. I have, my spreadsheet I'm looking at is already.
Has already been
Yeah,
highlighted,
so I
good.
think, yeah, 12 is next.
Okay, and that's the film
Mhm.
series.
I'm a yes.
I'm a yes,
I'm a yes, and
not at
maybe not as much.
$750,
Yes,
but I'm a
exactly,
yes.
yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say for less.
And then 14, juggling. Yes.
I have to go out of the room.
I don't think you do, because
No,
we're
we'll go
gonna
quickly.
all be a yes very fast.
Yeah.
And you don't have to weigh in on it.
15, Friends of the Mount Holyoke Range.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
16, Henna.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
17, Art of the Song.
Yes?
Do we, and so just to kind of move, I'm thinking about our time tonight, and if we have to talk about how we're gonna spend the money.
Mm-hmm.
So the field that says group choice, we already have some that are, we've already decided before were yeses or nos.
Oh,
And then, but we don't have, and we have some that are maybes, so maybe we can discuss those. But we have, there's a group choice field, right? And that
Mhm.
is, and so we have yeses that we all decided our last meeting, that like 16 and 17 are yeses, and then 18 is a maybe. So I'd like to suggest that we
just go to the maybes.
just, yeah, discuss the maybes.
And Sarah,
Does that sound okay with
Yeah.
everybody? Yeah.
Sarah, you just talked about the young people's chorus. I'm a yes
I was
for
no.
a small amount. You're a no.
But I'm not like mad if they get money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was aiming on my own, a yes for reduced amount.
Mhm.
Yes, I was also a yes, definitely not 600 though.
Yeah, I'm a yes for it.
Can we go with yes, Sarah?
Sure.
Okay. And then the next one is the Happier Valley.
Mhm.
I also lean yes there.
I was a yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, good. And then the next maybe is,
22.
yes, the Marianne Holmes, the one I just talked about at Berkshire Hills. And that exchange made me a yes. Because there are Hadley residents, even though it happens in Northampton South Hadley is where the Berkshire Hills
Yeah.
music. There are Hadley residents served in it, so I was a yes there.
I
Others?
was not, but I didn't have that info before. They're also asking for more.
Yeah, I would definitely give, I can't remember now if this was a series of classes and then.
It's a series of
Group
classes, yes.
think given the letter of support from Berkshire Hills, I'm moving yes on this one.
Mhm, okay, I guess.
Okay. And Michelle?
Yes, at a reduced amount.
Yes, yes. All right, so we were all yeses. And then, let's see. Wish I could collapse the numbers and see. My screen is quite small.
I think the next maybe is Joshua Swift.
Yeah, it's 42.
And that's one of the guys who
Yes.
hasn't filed.
Say no.
So I'm saying no.
And then Valley Arts Mentors,
Oh.
number 44.
There was a maybe on 28, actually. The Capoeira at Berkshire Hills.
Oh, yeah.
I have that as a no.
You had it as a no?
I have it as a no, but I would
Okay.
love to give them a little bit of money. So I would like to revisit that, if we could. Everyone else is no for Capoeira?
I think I might have written maybe to myself, because
I was a no on
No.
that one.
Yeah, I'm a no.
I don't remember. I think it's more just like we have to be,
We have so little money to
Yeah.
yeah,
decide.
yeah. Well, I was thinking, like a maybe in a smaller, much smaller
It's a
amount.
much smaller amount, and also I was thinking about it because of dance and that it's capoeira, which is not a,
Yeah.
it's culturally diverse
And I
offering.
just talked to somebody who went to a one-week capoeira workshop locally. I don't know if it's the same people.
And this is also at Berkshire Hills Music, so this is a different Berkshire Hills, is that right?
It's a different project.
It's a different project, same music academy.
Yeah.
Oh.
It happens there, but it's not, it's a different project. How do I leave it? As a maybe? Or were we saying no? Wait, I think we're split on this. Could the yeses
Yeah.
say yes?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a no. Okay, we're outnumbered. All right, and then you said the next maybe is,
44.
right? And
Yeah.
that's become a no, because we didn't hear,
Yeah.
no one got back to Crystal.
Yeah.
And they didn't submit their,
Which one was it, 44 you're on?
yes, the Valley Arts Mentors, which is too bad because
So
It's a
we
good
need to
project.
do some kind of a note, because they might have submitted something.
Oh.
yet. We don't know yet.
Mhm. So if
For any-
submitted. Okay. And then the care center. Oh, that's the one you got back to us about, Michelle.
Yeah.
And where did you, after that exchange, where did that leave you? I'm still a maybe.
I was a maybe, especially since the exhibit is accessible to Hadley people. But they don't have any Hadley people in there right now.
So I'm a no.
Yeah, and by the way, going back to the capoeira, in some ways I'm more supportive of that than the dancing through the decades or whatever, rocking through the decades, which is what a lot of people get at Berkshire Hills anyway.
Oh, well, I'm
Yeah.
happy to fund the capoeira and not the dance studio.
Or
But-
both for small amounts.
Yeah, I just want to, and we have like
We have,
so little money to give.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so did we decide for 45?
45, I have a no.
Yeah, no.
Use that.
Okay, good.
Okay. And the Valley Arts Mentors, I just have a note, it's no, unless we find that they've submitted. I think that this will be a much easier process next year if we are a direct grant, if we direct grant, and then the money just goes immediately,
Yeah.
instead of waiting for a project to be finished. Because it's tricky.
The timing is hard. I mean, like,
Timing
it
is
would,
hard.
it would be good, it would be useful if they had to have their final reports in, like, at the beginning of the month. So at this point, we would know who
Yeah.
has submitted and who hasn't. But because we have to have this grace period now for
Yes.
people who have in the next 21 days,
Yes.
yeah.
All right, so I think I sent you
Mhm.
not on purpose, the amounts I granted to
Mhm.
each of the things, each of the ones that I at least had agreed to. And I'm trying to get the sum of that. Why doesn't it read the sum?
So your suggestion is $5,700. Your suggested amount totals
I
$5,700.
believe it is. Exactly.
Mhm.
That's what I, hang on, I'm just trying to work on this. No. The one I sent you, I think, had a total at the bottom, is that right?
Mhm.
It's not totaling for me now. Okay, let me just go back to this one. Do we want to just go through our yeses and say the amounts we agree, we are thinking of granting?
Yep.
4,200.
I'm okay with actually starting with the numbers that you have in your suggested column and making adjustments from that.
Okay.
Because this is, all the yeses are funded here, right? I think that there are none. We don't have any new yeses that don't have any money.
Hey, where can I look at what you're looking at?
It's what I sent you by,
There's the attachment.
it's attached to an email. I can send it to you again. I could actually send this updated version, I think, right now. You already have it open?
Mhm.
Or, okay.
You sent it into our regular.
I'm just sending it, yeah, let me do that right now. Afraid to close it. Well, I guess I will just close it and send it.
Don't, because I can't get onto Gmail.
Yeah, mine is.
Mine just started acting really funny too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't, see if I can get it off my phone.
Huh, and now it's not loading into
I can read off the amounts that are suggested.
And somebody could also screen share it here too.
Yeah. So for number 3, the suggested amount is $250.
Yep.
And then number 4, the suggested amount is $100.
Mm-hmm.
I would maybe give more there.
To a publication, but Smith Folk.
Yeah, I guess I'm just saying that based on what they're asking.
What did we give them last year?
I think 100, but let me tell you.
I think we've supported them last year and the year before too.
Mm-hmm.
We gave them 200 last year, is what I have.
You're right, we gave them $200 last year.
So I'm happy to bump it up to $200.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think it's nice to keep it consistent.
Okay.
And so the suggested amount for number 7 is $100 for the cemeteries of Hadley.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I think, what we gave him last year.
Did he do it last year or
Did.
what did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the suggested amount for number 12?
Is $100 also.
$100.
With 3 screenings.
Or maybe do more for that.
$150?
Well, I can't remember, this was so long ago.
This
It's
is
the
the 3
movies.
films.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but what's the money?
Well, part of it was the rental of the films.
But I mean, it's going to be through the library, so it's not
Yeah.
gonna cost anything. It's probably to compensate the co-presenters' time.
Yeah, it might be okay. Well, 50's a big ask just for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with bumping it to like 150. We could also put a star maybe. I'm looking, and my hesitation is just because since I see like all the suggested, I'm now thinking of like what are the ones that we need to cut back. You know, it's a hard part.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can keep it as 100 for now, and then if we end up having
Yeah.
some extra at the end, we can go back.
Yeah, if we decide we want to,
Strictly.
yeah.
I mean, 150 is a nice number because divided by 3, it's $50 of compensation for a lot of hours of
Yeah.
time, but it's,
Okay, we can do 150 and then go back
and change that someplace else.
Okay. So the next one is number 14, and this is the juggling at the library, and it's to fully fund it at $200. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is number 15, and the suggested amount is $300.
So what did, this is.
The Friends of the Mount Holyoke Range.
No,
This is.
no, I know what it is. What
Oh.
did we fund them at last
Yeah.
year?
Oh, okay.
Because we have funded them regularly.
Seems like an awesome,
300.
300?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay, then I'm,
Okay, and so the next is
The henna at the library.
henna at the library, and $100.
yeah.
That sounds fine to me, yeah. So the next one is the Art of the Song at the library, and the suggested amount is $450.
And they're asking for 500. This might be a place where we could,
Really high.
we could
Yeah.
give them a little bit less.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I could, so right now we have $150 that we need to cut out of somewhere. I would
Yes.
say we could bump this down to 400
Height.
or 350.
350? I'd
They
say-
weren't even a yes for me.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's bump them down to 350 or even 300. Because
Yeah.
then we're caught up.
Yeah, and they hadn't quite, it was sort of a fluid thing, how many sessions they were going to have.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, so the next one is the concert, and the suggested amount is $100.
Wait, are we doing the concert?
Yep, number 18.
Yeah, we
Oh,
ended up
yeah.
saying yes for the concert, but
Oh.
maybe less support.
Oh, no, I'm fine. That's fine.
Yeah, $100, okay. And so the next one is the Happier Valley Comedy, and the suggested amount is $200.
Is that what we funded them at last year?
Good question. Excuse me. 250 we gave them last year.
Nice.
Could we do 250 then, just to make it?
If we make it up further down, we could give them 250.
Yep.
Okay, so let's
that's
just
fine.
hold it in our mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then the Hilltown Families, the suggested amount is $100.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that, that's what I was.
Mhm. That's what we
That's
gave them
what-
last year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
They've received from many.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so the next one is 22, and this is the suggested amount is $250.
Right, that's a fourth of what they've asked for.
Mhm.
That's the one that Berkshire Hills sent that letter of support.
Mhm. I'm fine with that.
Agreed?
Mhm.
Okay.
So the next one, the suggested amount is $250. This is the classic songs at the Hadley Senior Center. It's half the amount.
What's it for?
It's a celebration of song. but-
No, I mean, just like, what's the funding for?
Oh, to have the person come perform.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
this
it's-
is someone who's wants to host an event there, and this is to compensate
Yeah,
them.
most of the singing and music events at the senior center are either for the birthday celebrations, which are once a month, or for the memory cafes, or once in a while, like a special thing that's outside of those. That's Sarah Snyder also does her series. But this is a one-time thing, and Sarah's asking for more money, but she performs 4 times.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we can be like consistent in terms of like, if it's for a presenter and they're doing one thing, and we're giving them 100, and they're doing 3, then let's give them 300.
Mm.
Yeah, what, he did get a letter of support from Violet Siska, but still, I don't know if he's coming from further or.
I guess I'm just wondering, is it helpful for all these things if we're like funding half of what they want? Is it better to fund entirely for fewer?
I think it's probably better to get some funds. A lot of people are getting them from somewhere else too.
Yeah, I think that's always hard to say. I lean towards giving fewer awards and giving more money, but that also means there are a lot more no's,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's in Amherst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with 250.
You said for 250 for him?
Yeah, that was the suggested amount.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, this is Rona, the Prince of Pirates.
That's a library program.
Yeah, $250 is the suggested amount.
And it's also almost a little more than a fourth of what was requested. And it's a storytelling.
So the next one with the drumming, African drumming, is fully funded, $300. Okay.
Yeah, I like
And so
that
number-
one, and it's at the public library too,
Mhm.
participatory. They bring drums for people to play alongside.
So number 27, the Youth Performance Festival, the suggested amount is $200.
A fifth of what they've asked for. And we did fund them last year.
For how much? Because I had put down 3 to 4, somewhere between 300 and 500, but it's okay to give less. There are Hadley teachers involved in that.
Right. Why can I not find it? This is, West African drumming. 300 we gave them last year.
Oh, no, we're talking
No,
about
the
the
Youth Performance
Youth
Festival.
Performance Festival.
Oh, sorry. I don't think we have them.
Oh, I was sure we had some.
Look?
We've done them before because they have a
Youth
list.
performance, 325.
That's what we did last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say keep it consistent.
Yeah, I'm okay. I would just to make it easier on the math, I would say $300.
Let's make it 300 and then we'll chop someplace else. Yeah, so we're at 150 over, I think, at this moment, but. The capoeira?
The capoeira, so was a no,
Yeah.
unless we wanted to split the money with the other event.
Marion Home.
I mean, we can move through the rest of the thing and just see where we are on the funding.
Okay.
Oh, so I thought we changed our vote on capoeira. All right, so that's a no. We're saying no?
I think we said we would be willing to fund it.
I was just putting in a plug that it might be, something the students there wouldn't get, in any other way, whereas they have a standard music curriculum they perform here at the senior center.
Sure. What we could do is, if we wanted to, we could just change the music one to 0 and fund capoeira instead.
Which music one?
Is there other Berkshire Hills?
Yeah, the youth choir.
Well, I thought it was
No, it wasn't
The
used, it was
20
rocking through the ages or rocking
22,
through the
yeah.
years, yeah.
Yeah, so number 22, rocking through the decades.
I'm fine swapping that with capoeira.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm making a judgment, I shouldn't, because they both involve a few classes, I think, they're not one-timers.
So right now, it's at $250 for the Together in Motion and $100 for capoeira. How about splitting it, $350 to $175 each?
Well, before we had was nothing for capoeira, $250 for the rocking through the decades, and $0 for capoeira.
Oh, all right, so I have it as 100, so we're saying 0.
And so what we could do is make rocking through the decades 0 and capoeira $250.
125 each, you know.
I think that's such a small amount of money. I would say that we either cut somewhere else and give.
Compared to what they asked for, it's.
Yeah, but people ask big, much bigger than they expect to get a lot of the time.
I guess I'm not willing to go to 0 for the Berkshire Hills, the
Yeah.
Together in Motion, because
Yeah.
it's a disability awareness
Yeah.
program.
Mhm. I mean, do we want to do 175 for each, and then there's more money we have to cut out from something else?
Or even 125. I mean, it's a small amount of money, but if you're not getting much, it's nothing to sneeze at.
Well,
you know.
but it's also just a way of saying, we support you in
Yeah.
a way that we can support you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's a small amount of money. Like, we support the idea of this program. Sorry, we can't give more.
That's fair.
125 each, is that?
Sure. Yeah, I think one of the things for us to think about just in the future too is, just to be very honest with you, this is a lot of labor that we're asking people to go through for $125.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I don't, yeah, it is just, it's a lot of work for, like, on the accounting side, for reporting for us,
Mhm.
to get $125. Like, it's not, I think we need to be mindful of that too. And I do think there's, in the future, it's worthwhile talking about fewer but more money.
Yeah.
Because some of these are not going to be able to go if they don't get more money. And so if we say, we're going to give you a small amount of money, and it actually ends up not being able to
Yeah.
actually, the activities actually doesn't go, then it's.
Yeah. Does anybody remember whether they applied to a lot of other councils?
Well, we can look that up.
Yeah.
That's capoeira, if that's what you're asking for?
Yeah, and the rocking through the decades.
Find it. She does not list anything. If you have applied to other tribal or local cultural councils for funding, please list the names. Nothing for In the Motion, nothing for the Berkshire Hills, and then capoeira. It's a 6-week project, the capoeira one. Grant applications will be sent to other LCCs, but she doesn't list them. So I think 125 is okay for the capoeira. There, she's asking it from a lot of places, or other places, I should say. But I hear you about the
Yeah.
the amount of time and energy it takes to. I mean, it doesn't take much energy to apply, because it's
Yeah.
punching a button
Yes.
and applying online, and then submitting the paperwork afterwards is.
Yeah. Okay, so then the next one is the powwow.
Mm-hmm.
And the suggested amount for that is $400.
Right, and we funded them last year at $500. I'm okay with 400.
I'm okay with it too. I mean, it's a good event, but we have to make cuts somewhere.
Yes, yeah, because right now we're $150 over, we have to
Yeah.
cut something. Okay, so the next one is number 31, the To Life.
Yep, the senior
Performance.
center.
The senior center, and the suggested amount is 300.
Oh, I would lower that.
I would lower it too.
Yeah.
200?
Sure. Okay, and then the next one is the Wednesday Folk Traditions at the Porter Phelps Huntington Museum.
Mhm.
And the suggested amount is $450.
And what did we fund them last year?
500.
Yeah, I'm okay with a smaller amount. I mean, they do, it's a whole season of
Right.
Wednesdays,
Yeah.
but they do receive other funding.
Yeah. I mean, we could bump them to 400, and that would get us to
That would make us
57.
even?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody agreed? I'm assuming if you don't speak up, you're in
Yes.
agreement.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, and so the next one is the Birth Death Project. And the suggested amount is $150, which is how much they're asking for. That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's
Okay,
easy.
yeah.
Okay, and then the next one is Imaginary Friends, number 35. The suggested amount is $100. They're asking for 500.
I would say either give them more or don't.
Let me just see if they are asking from several.
I'm sure they are, because the total project is about $4,000. They're asking for 500 from us.
They don't list any other,
Okay.
but they just left it there. But you're right, it's.
I'm sure they're doing others because it's based in Northampton.
Mhm.
Space rental for 5 meetings.
Well, we can go back to that one.
Mhm.
So there are a couple more that have a higher. So the next one is number 38, the Silverthorne Theater. And for that one, the suggested amount is $100.
And they asked for 700.
That's for 700.
What did we fund? We funded them last
We
year.
did?
Yes.
Silverthorne.
That was Baskin. I'm trying to
Do you
remember.
think 400 is what they're saying?
700.
Yeah, they perform during the summer at Hampshire College.
Yeah. I think last year we just funded fewer projects.
Yeah, with the 100, I'd say it's the same, either more or don't.
You what?
Just $100 if they're asking for 700 doesn't seem.
Yeah, it seems paltry.
Yeah, we
I'd
funded
say-
22 programs last year, 22 grants last year.
And how much did we have last year?
$7,971.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay, so the next one is,
So are we agreed on 100?
well, so I have two that are now 100 with an asterisk,
Come back
meaning
to them.
if we'll go back to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is number 39, The Joy of Song. And the suggested amount for that is $450.
Right, that's the Sarah Snyder program who comes 4 times.
And what did she charge, what did we fund last year for that?
$525.
She's asking for $640.
Mhm.
Did she apply to other cultural councils?
No, that's
Well,
just for Hadley.
That's just for
It's a-
Hadley. She does this all over the place, but she,
Okay.
But this is a
that's
Hadley
Hadley,
program,
okay.
yes.
she sometimes brings in other people for what, or she has for, usually just does it herself.
Yeah.
Survival Center, Tunes at Noon.
Yeah, and so the suggested amount for that is $400.
And what did we do last year?
500.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And then the next one is number 44, and that's the Valley Arts Mentors. And they asked for 600. The suggested amount is $100.
And it's a no unless they've submitted.
Oh, that's right. So I'm
This is
I'm
another
making them a
asterisk.
0.
Yeah.
Okay, and then and that's the end of it.
All right, so let's just see what
So
we have.
if we do not fund Valley Arts Mentors, we have $100 that we can reallocate.
Wait, why does that not calculate? Sorry.
And that would be between
So-
Imaginary Friends and Silverthorne?
We could just bump those two up to $150 each.
Oh, that's why. I didn't. 5,600, yes, so we're up to 100. We have $200 more.
No, we have 5,700.
5,700, you're right, sorry.
Yeah.
So what was the asterisk?
It was the Imaginary Friends and the
Silverthorne.
Silverthorne, yeah, so number 35 and number 38.
150 each?
I'd be okay with just bumping it to 150 each.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Could we be done?
How many is that total that we're funding?
$22, $23, $24, $25. So 3 more than last year, with
And how many
Yeah.
with
applicants?
$2,000 less money. That's why they're so small.
Yeah. I do think, I would like us to also talk about, like, just establishing internally a minimum amount. I mean, just to say, like, I think last year we had said, like, we won't give less than $250.
Well, one of the things I have later on the agenda is, we've done community outreach to get people on the council or to know they can make grants, but we're really also supposed to do it about priorities and guidelines also.
Yeah.
Get public input, and it might be useful to get public input from arts organizations, knowing we're squeezed more and more, but what would they, is $150 worth it to them? A smaller grant, that would be good to know.
Yeah, it's hard to, it's also, it's hard to say, because some of these, some of the larger ones, like, the person's job is to do this.
Right.
Yeah. And then these are people who are just out hustling for their,
Oh.
for their opportunity,
What
for
number
their
did I say?
opportunities.
24?
25.
25.
Last year, how many applicants did we have?
48.
So, very similar number.
Yeah. But I would like us to consider just agreeing that there's the minimal amount that we will.
I think for this round, that's good, but once we're done, I think making a plan for next year.
Yes.
Earlier is probably a good
Yeah.
priority.
Because then it will help us with, that will naturally shrink down the number. We have to be a little bit.
And that will also can go into our priorities and guidelines. And the guidelines, we can say, because we have restricted fees, we are going to aim to do fewer grants, but larger ones if we can, or whatever. You can put that into your guidelines.
Yeah.
Do we meet again before September?
We meet in the spring, right?
In the spring to do priorities.
Oh, well, that's next agenda item, because
Oh, okay.
there's, I think we have to do
Jumping.
more than just, priorities. We have to do some planning, like more long-range planning.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if we meet again.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so the next thing, review the next steps of the process. I'll do what I did last year, which is put all this into the portal. And Paul, my husband Paul, does a mail merge and creates an email that is so easy to send out. Actually, no, the HCC sends them out.
Yeah.
So, and then we
The
wait for the
MCC.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
that MCC, and then we wait the 2 weeks, and then once that comes back with if no one appeals, then that's when we send the letter.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, that's right, that's how it, let me just make sure. And the letter that we send out after it has all the details about how to submit for reimbursement, which we hope to change next year. So it's not reimbursement, right? Okay. About Mother's Club?
Okay, I did Mother's Club outreach along with Friends of Lake Warner. I got maybe one person interested in HCC. So it was a little hard to table for both,
Sure.
you know, but I was trying to promote both, and I had flyers out for people. So it was an interesting experience. I don't know if I'd do it again, or if I did it again, I would have a dedicated banner or something to really attract people. But I think our other outreach things, like explaining to people how to apply and all that, is probably more useful. And then I do think that reading through the MCC website, we are really supposed to solicit community opinion on what the priorities should be. So we should consider having a meeting sometime where we really invite the public.
Well, the public or these applicants. I guess I wonder, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Or like the patrons of the library, the patrons of the senior center.
Yeah. And we don't have to do it with a meeting. We can do it with, you know, some kind of survey, but that takes work, and you have to collate it, and you.
Well, I think we could easily do, I mean, if we want to do something like that, we could just create like a Google form and then like a QR code that
Yeah.
people just,
Yeah, the MCC has some stuff about how to go about
yeah, and then it's just
doing
flyering it.
outreach,
Yeah.
which I just skimmed through months ago. I haven't looked at it lately, but that's something to think about. And you want to go on to the next item, which is 7, plan and schedule upcoming meetings.
Wait, can I just say one thing
Sorry.
about that outreach, is that if we do something with the Google form, perhaps we could make a shared document that we each submit questions that we would want to be on that form. We co-create it, so it's not just one person's brain
Yeah.
creating it. So I'll make a shared Google Doc, and we can brainstorm together,
Yeah.
and asynchronously.
And I think it would be good if we submit anything like that to the public or to applicants or whatever, we should also probably have a link to our current priorities.
Mhm.
And for guidelines, I just took old ones because it blindsided me that I had to do that when I submitted the other things. I wasn't aware that I would have to do it. So that would be, it would be good if everybody could read through those and maybe read through some other cultural councils
Okay.
things around that. And actually on outreach too, but it's also in item 7, South Hadley Cultural Council has really a lot of outreach. They have a Facebook site, they have like a web page. If you go around, you know, they really have a presence online. And
They probably have a lot more money to give to.
I was gonna say,
probably,
yeah.
yeah. But they're not that much bigger than Hadley. I don't know exactly how large.
So you said they have a Facebook page?
This few months ago, I was looking at things. They had a lot of presence online, and they had actually, I had heard about festivals by the river, and I think they were one of the instigators of that, where they had various arts and things down in South Hadley, I think, by the river.
Wait, that was a program hosted by their cultural council? or
Yeah,
was-
I think they helped create it.
Oh.
And,
What's
yeah.
Festivals by the River?
It wasn't festival for the river. They just had a big fair or arts festival
That was by the river.
by the river, like near the
Oh.
new library. You know, they
So they did that
it's-
as a special project?
Yeah, they did it as a special project. I don't know how many funds. I just remember seeing they were advertising all sorts of interesting things that they've managed to do.
Do you have any contacts on their cultural council?
I don't, but I know I could go to their website. and-
Exactly, or actually the town website too.
Yeah. But it was, we only have a presence on the town website, and it's a hard website for a lot of people to navigate.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. And taking on a Facebook page or another website's is work, and websites cost. But, it's just something to think about, or to maybe ally with other cultural councils to maybe get more outreach done. I think we should have some meetings to address council tasks and official positions, because when I was submitting all that stuff in August, I think it was, to the cultural council, I realized I had to sort of leapfrog over things because we didn't have a chair or co-chairs for the committee. They strongly recommend that or expect that. And they didn't have the leeway to have co-treasurers either, but it's something I think we should read through and discuss at some point in a meeting. Same with special projects. And then long-term goals is, medium and long-term goals. Medium goal being changing the reimbursement maybe for next year, but also longer-term goals of how do we assess ourselves on how we're doing.
I know, I was reading about it after the fact, of course, but that some of the councils have, I think we talked about this, where there are maybe 3 members look in depth at 10 of the, and then, 10 of the applicants, and then can report more fully to the whole. So we don't have to read all 300 pages. We don't each have to read 300 pages.
Yeah, my husband's been suggesting that because he's applied to different cultural councils. But then some of them, we think we have it hard. Some of them have 150 applications.
Yeah.
And then splitting it up is really a good idea.
Well, and also on the Mass website, maybe you saw this in the training, they had some where there was a checklist that had the cultural council priorities, and then each applicant, like as a yes, like a checkbox, yes, 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 or no, no, no. So it was easier to decide.
So, I think we have a few things to look at, and probably more than one meeting in the spring.
Okay.
Or late winter. So I don't know what's good timing for people, but I don't want us to be in the situation we were last year where we had a meeting without a quorum and had to do like an emergency meeting, later.
So do you want to shoot for April for a meeting?
That's fine with me. I wanted to get people's input about what are good times for them.
Not far out of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it closed.
Are you graduating?
Yeah, I graduate in June though, so.
Okay.
You graduate in May?
June.
June,
It's
June,
a
yeah.
late one this year.
And then you'll roll off anyway at the end of June. And we do need to, entice more people to be.
Who
And
did
I'm-
you talk to? Who was interested in your tabling?
People were very interested in getting in and out of the crafts fair or talking about Lake Warner.
Oh.
But I did talk to, a couple people.
I wonder about some of the previous members who might come back on, like Catalina. I don't know
Yeah.
if Dina would come back on, or Julie. When I joined, there was a whole crew that
Yeah.
had been doing it for a long time.
I know that one of the old members, Susan Norris, is not going to do it because I asked her.
Okay.
She was the person who created the task list, of the first person to create like a calendar through the year.
But I mean, even some of those members were doing things in a very old-fashioned paper way that isn't necessary anymore.
Well,
So
yeah.
it's a lot smoother process than what I remember being
Oh,
described about
yeah.
maintaining all these records.
And I remember and when I started, and we had like a rejection letter. We had to get it signed by 2 people
Oh
and
my
then
God.
mailed off.
Yeah, yeah, it's not, it's,
Too much.
they've made
Yeah,
it,
so
so
we
maybe
can-
we could entice some of them to come back by saying it's a much easier.
And actually, maybe we could invite them to like a meeting/social event to also hear from them, their experiences, what was good, what was
Yeah.
a challenge.
So is there a date in April that we want to look at, or are we just gonna say sometime in April?
No, let's pick a date if we can.
If we need multiple though, should we start in March or is April early enough?
I think April's early enough.
Okay.
Are you away a lot?
I mean, no, I don't have any plans, I mean, I have plans for a little bit in the winter, but not in the spring. Wednesdays, clearly, except for, well, Wednesdays are okay for Crystal too, it's just she has an emergency tonight,
Yeah.
right? So Wednesdays are still good,
Mhm.
7 o'clock is still good.
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind doing it earlier,
Yeah.
because I start shutting
Yeah,
down at around
earlier.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in April, the light will be different, so we won't.
Well, that's true, but I think we went to later because of Lynn Bowmaster, and she's no longer on the council.
Yeah.
So-
And I don't know how much earlier Crystal could do, maybe 6, because we met at 6 and she made it to a 6 o'clock. She's, because of new work, she's commuting now.
Oh,
But-
Crystal is?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so maybe,
But 6 might work, we just,
okay.
we'll have to.
So, April 8th, I know there's a school vacation in
So
April.
I have a Passover starts April 1st, and I think it's better not to do it during Passover, both for food and also not to coincide with school vacation.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be on a school trip on April vacation.
Do you know
And
what
that's
the
the
date is?
19th?
That's a great question. I think so, yeah.
Okay, so the 8th or 15th might work?
I'm not sure yet, but I might be out of town the 8th and 15th.
Okay, let's look
Okay.
at the 29th, or let's just go to March.
Let's go to March.
Oh, no, that's May. That's, March going's back.
Mhm.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should go to March.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so maybe March
25th?
25th?
That works.
Okay.
So if we could do the 18th, that would actually be easier for me. I
Is that
could
your-
make the 25th, but the 18th would be
I
easier.
can't do.
Okay, we can do
You
the
can?
25th then.
Okay. I can't, for some reason, cannot access my calendar. So we will do March 25th? Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Yep, March 25th.
6 p.m.?
6 PM.
So
Okay.
actually, if it's on the 25th, could we do 6:30?
Yep.
Okay.
And you want to invite some of the past cultural council members to that meeting?
I don't know, I just, thought of it as might be a
I think it might
useful
be
thing.
interesting to see if they would come with like a no pressure, we just want to pick your brain, and then maybe at the end say, aren't we such a nice group, don't you want to join us again?
We're gonna lock the door until you say
Yeah.
yes.
The hidden agenda, the
Right.
posted agenda and the hidden agenda.
Okay, let's just start with March, and then maybe May, maybe every other month, March, May, and July. And that would put us in good standing because the decisions have to be made with the state by August, right? The first ones. And then there's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
deadline in October.
Yeah, and May is also, I think around May, well, we can talk about it in the March meeting. I did outreach at the schools in the spring and then at the library in the fall, but the timing of the cultural council calendar is really awkward
It is really awkward.
because you don't want to outreach to the schools during the summer because
Yeah.
the teachers aren't there. But when you do outreach in the fall, like I did at the senior center and the library, there's almost no time for people
Yeah.
to prepare their applications. So, but that's one of the things I think we should, by the May meeting, but start thinking about it at the March meeting when we'll do outreach. And And I'm happy to contact the schools.
But it could, the kind of outreach that we could also do is do something like create a poster that has a QR code that people can then go to find something out. So it doesn't have to be a live attended event, which I think is always hard, because you might get 2 or 3 people, but is that worth?
Well, at the schools, I got quite a few people, because a lot of it was breaking the ice for the teachers and having them understand how to navigate it. But I have 2 sign-up sheets that are almost full from teachers.
Oh,
Yeah, the school
Great.
ones were well attended.
great.
We should also have a QR code to a easily navigatable site.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Crystal also wanted to maybe do a special project, this one we had done before.
We don't have the money this year.
Yeah,
We have granted all the money that we have.
right.
But
Don't we have a little money aside for special
For admin.
projects? For admin, okay.
I think that's all I saved was, actually, I don't remember now. I'd have to look and see. We might have saved some money for a special project, but it was not much, like $150 or something like that.
Yeah. But
It's on the website. I mean, it's on the Mass Cultural
Yeah.
Council portal.
So some special projects don't require a lot, like when we did the International Fair,
Oh, yeah.
2 or 3 times, that was through Hadley Learns. The last time we paid people to cook special Southern soul food for Juneteenth, but we don't have to pay anybody anything. It can be just a cooperative potluck with just money for Xeroxing at flyers and, maybe a couple other materials.
Mhm.
But it wasn't a big expense type thing.
Yeah. Wait, I'm thinking about the website and the QR code to a clear site. You've been in touch with Jennifer Saunders about, and I guess I'm wondering if there's any leeway to make the page better.
Different. So the thing about that is actually or at least the software interface that I have access to, it's the website is pre-formatted, and all you can do is add or take away in these pre-formatted boxes. That's why I have all the boxes. It's if you want to add notes, you need to add it specifically to the notes receptacle, and then if you want to add news accounts, it comes to a totally separate one. So I think I don't have access to every page on the website, so maybe I could ask her to see if there's a way to alter it.
Wait, so does the Hadley Cultural Council have just a single page, or are
Just
there
as-
multiple?
It's one page.
It's just one page, and we're really limited by the formatting
Yeah.
of the town website. Nobody has a really good page.
Yeah, I understand that, and I guess that's what I'm wondering about, what if we did have a QR code, would it go to that page?
We could probably add a QR code by inserting an image. I think that's a function.
Well, no, I mean, the QR code would send them to the site.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be
Yeah, but the site is
The site might-
just has our names on it and a little
Yeah.
statement.
It's not like a free, you can code it whatever you want, HTML kind of thing. It's like an interface language where you have to, it's a whole situation, but yeah, essentially.
But is there
they have it
room
laid
to
out
say
for
something
us.
like, we invite applicants?
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely put that in the information of the current news sections. It just has to fall into one of those
Yeah.
categories.
Yeah, and when I saw the South Hadley thing, it made me think I should really lobby the select board or, some of the boards to see if we could get a better website.
Maybe we could all look at the website between
Yeah.
now and
And there might be other towns
March.
with good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if this poses any legal issues, but we could always just have a Google site for ourselves, a more navigable Google site. Those are super intuitive and easy to set up.
And they're free?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I can. I know I definitely can, as long as there's just some information you'd like me to send along. Just tell me what to put on there and I'll get to it. My computer's not working right now, so I can't. open
Yeah,
it, but-
we're all having a problem
Yeah.
with it.
Okay. Okay. Are
We should pick in May also if we can.
Oh, pick a May site already? I mean, a May date?
I was thinking at least to sort of hold it, we could change it in March if we need to.
May 13th?
Yeah.
6:30 or 7 or 6.
I could meet at 6 on the 13th.
6 o'clock? Okay. Great. Okay, so we're gonna leave new business off till next meeting.
Yeah. Okay, so we're done.
Yay. That was
Mustard.